Okay. Wow. My live cut off when I went into the building. Yeah, it cut off when I went into the library to do my photocopying. So instead of playing with it, I just ended it and fucking restarted it when I got back out, you know? I was gonna walk through here, but it looks like they haven't finished setting up yet. Yeah, they haven't finished setting up yet. Yeah, I just needed photocopies. Wild Rose shows. And those are the individuals throwing this little shindig for the weekend. Would I be, that costs money. Any money I have fucking already went out to bills, groceries, and whatnot. The only money I got left is this to do, and I already put money towards my art card for bus fare. But I would, if I could. My thing is about the food. It's summer at Edmonton. They got all these things starting. This is kind of the first thing that starts before everything cracks open in Edmonton. This is the first sign of spring. You know, when that goes up, everything else is going to start going up. The X, I've never been to the K days or Klondike days or whatever they call it now. Out in Ottawa, they called it the X. Like I said, I've been to fairs to set up, to tear down, to make money at, aka sell drugs at. But I've never been to a fair to actually enjoy. But the food on the fairgrounds smells fucking just awesome. Cotton candy and fucking those caramel apples and fucking, oh. What's up? And before anybody says anything, you see there's Crest Cannabis, the place I get my weed at, and you see I'm walking by. So I don't have to hear Sauce or Edmonton Forever or whatever he's going by sitting there fucking, he bought fucking a joint. So what's everybody's Tuesday up to? I know tonight is Daredevil, Invincible, and fucking them boys, the boys tonight. So Tuesdays are late night for me. The Jockey Motel. Awesome. What you making? I stayed at this Jockey for a weekend. I had me and Tweak. We walked all the way down from we walked like 50 blocks. They were the only ones that would accept me and Tweak for the weekend. I needed it for I was staying with a dude, with a friend. He said, oh, you can come and stay with me over the weekend and everything. The Friday night he got drunk. They all started fighting. He was telling his girlfriend and the girlfriend's family, oh, I've known that guy for like 10 years. So they asked me, how long you known him? And I looked at him, I said like 6 months, if that. And they started freaking out. He says he's known you for 10 years. I said, listen, I'm not gonna fucking lie. I know the guy for 6 months and I barely know him that much. He offered me the place to stay for the weekend because I'm in between places and my place doesn't get open until Monday. He offered me to stay here. We talked. She goes, thank you for being honest. I think I trust you. You can stay here kind of thing. I said, that's awesome. It's just me and my cat kind of thing. And then he got drunk and started picking a fight with her 14-year-old son. So I had to do something because that was disrespectful, I found. So I called him out then and there. I said, he doesn't want to fight, but I'll take you out and beat your ass. And if you want to make it fair, I'll drink 4 beers right now. He chickened out, but he still kept on fighting, trying to fight a 14-year-old kid. So I told him straight up, I said, when you wake up tomorrow morning and you're sober, we're going to have a conversation about this again. Sure enough, the morning came and he was all I waited until after his hangover and everything, and he was up and at him. I said, okay, let's go. And the 14-year-old kid looked at me. He looked over at his stepdad or whatever the fuck he was. And the guy looked at me and he goes, what do you mean? Let's go. And I said, well, last night I told you, I'm going to beat your ass this morning when you're sober. And I want you to know every reason why I'm going to beat your ass, because you're picking a fight with a 14-year-old kid last night when you were drunk. You thought you were a drunk guy when you were drunk and picking on a 14. Now you're sober. Let's do this like men. Needless to say, that's why I walked 50 blocks to stay up at the Jockey with my cat, Tweak. In the winter. Remember, people, worst pawn shop in Edmonton. Run by a bunch of clowns. What happened? Not much, just walking down the street. Singing do-wop-a-ding-ding-ding. Oh, shit. That's why I couldn't go. I have to go back. I have to mail this letter off. It's the little things that you don't count for. You have to pay for fucking photocopies. You got to pay to get these forms mailed out. You got to pay all this. And I'm already $200 short, but I'm hoping once I get these forms, that'll help my situation out. Pig! Pig! Shoo-wee! Is that the pond? No, fuck no. Fuck, not Pioneer. Dave ran A1 pawn shop. Smart man, because when he did A1, it would be the first thing that popped up in the yellow pages or on your Google search. Pioneer pawn shop? Fucking shithole. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. Should have been in line, shouldn't he have? If he was in line, he wouldn't have been standing all the way over there. No, it's too late now.
Plus the fees? Yeah. So it will be $150 plus $10 fee.
needs to be mailed.
Do you want the receipt?
Nope, we're good. We good?
Yeah.
Awesome. I used to work at Shoppers. They give you a decent discount if you work at Shoppers. I would only want the discount on Coke. That's where I get my Coke. $20. But I'm hoping now that I'm curving my Coke intake down, that $20 might not be fucking $20 a week now. Like I said, worst fucking pawn shop in Edmonton. Worst fucking pawn shop in all of Edmonton. I got nothing good to say about them. And I know a pawn shop when I see a pawn shop. Why you don't save money on fucking mailing and fucking stamps and fucking bus fare? It's the little things that catch you, you know? When you're poor, you don't account for the little things, like a stamp, $2.74 to mail fucking that off. You know? Bus fare is getting up there at $3.75 a pop. So you gotta plan your fucking trips out. That's what I try to do anyway. I know I got about an hour and a half on a bus transfer to get to where I got to go, do what I got to do, and get home. If not, then I need another $3.75 to get home too. But when you're making out your budget, it's fucking your rent, which now I only get $17.04. So my rent in itself costs $15.70. Thanks to Shane and fucking Lisa with the birthday gift, I guess. Well, we can classify that as. I was able to pay because they told me since the 28th that I owed for my fucking tenant insurance. When I rented this place, I was also forced to pay for fucking tenant insurance. So it's an added $28 and change. So technically my fucking rent's $1,600. So I got $100 fucking a month to fucking pay my $100 internet bill off, pay my $50 cell phone bill off, and to pay all my TV off. Which, fuck, yeah, I gotta start canceling subscriptions tonight for the end of the month. And then June's coming. I owe my PlayStation Network I'm gonna have to cut that down, find money for that, pay for my PlayStation membership. The A&W. Now that I'm $200 short, yeah. Oh God, the streets are starting to be littered with these things. $1.67 for gas. Thank you, Trump. But I'm lucky because I don't have to pay to walk. But I'm sure the fucking bus fare is gonna go up because fucking with gas being that much, it's only gonna. Do you know that fucking orange retard fucking thinks he's Jesus Christ? And he got called out on it. And what does the fucking retard do? Like a retarded kid fucking does. Oh, I thought I was a doctor because I heal people. I make people feel good. Like, this is the retard that fucking America fucking elected as fucking their leader. Their representative. And they're proud of him. They're proud of this fucking Donald Trump fucking retard. The guy that fucking thinks he's fucking Jesus Christ. And then when he gets confronted about it, like a little fucking bitch of a kid, he can't even admit, I thought I was a doctor because I make people feel good. What a fucking retard. And then on top of that, which America's, okay, so the whole world in gas is going up, right? Life is getting more expensive. Life's getting more expensive. Shit's fucking hitting the fan. And what does America and their retarded fucking leader think? Oh, well, we started a fucking war on behalf of the bunch of fucking Israeli fucking Nazis that just fucking think hummus or whatever is all over the fucking place. So we're gonna go start a war. Iran says, well, fuck, you're gonna start a war, none of the oil gets through. Prices go up, pisses everybody off. So what does America do? What's this retard's fucking idea, big, great idea? Oh, we are gonna block the Strait of Hormuz and make everybody fucking else in the world pay. Yo, what's up, Tom? Just ranting about that retard in fucking south of us. Oh, somebody left their shit there. Here's another weed store, Delta 9. I will not take my money there, ever. They're a fucking corporation-owned fucking weed store. They suck. Their product sucks. And it's expensive. Fuck you and your delivery, Delta 9. Don't. If you're gonna buy your weed from a small business owner. Don't buy it from a corporation like Delta 9. Support your local dealer. That's what I used to say. Big Ponzi. Big Ponzi. Actually, one of the better pawn shops in fucking Edmonton. Oh, you gotta find a good find the Crest Cannabis. You know, like Crest Cannabis is privately owned. So they got good product, good cheap product. That's why I like going to Crest Cannabis. I've been going to them since they fucking opened up. I'm fucking loyal like that. Silly loyal. Celebrating volunteers. West Coast Cannabis. I go for, I haven't ordered online. I order my mushrooms online, though. My shrooms. And I get them from, oh, I wish I could get a Donair. Donair and fries. I used to get my, what the fuck? Where did I used to get my fucking, there we go. I don't know why I'm fucking doing that. Oh. Keep disconnecting and reconnecting. Cheap ass phone. So hopefully I get an answer from them, fucking from who I mailed off to. And then I can push my lawsuit fucking further. Oh shit. Oh, I gotta get some money. I gotta get some money. I gotta get home. I gotta get the dogs out. I gotta win and fucking, it would be nice to win a jackpot. Then I can go buy a house for me and the dogs and fucking that would be half of my life problems dealt with right there. Yeah, so yeah, we're talking about mushrooms. I got one dose of mushrooms left. I got to get some more shrooms. Yeah, I think fucking the stupid thing phone keeps disconnecting. It would be nice if I won a jackpot. I would start my pet fucking animal sanctuary. Start Steve's End. Oh, I could never work in a public place. Like really, me working in a public fucking like a store, you get some of these retards that fucking bring in like 100 fucking lotto tickets for you to check. Fuck that shit. Or just some of the stupid things people fucking do. Edmonton, Alberta. City of Champs. (118th Ave). We're on the Ave, ladies and gentlemen. But don't you worry. When you walk the streets with me, you're safe. Comfy safe. It's the one good thing about fucking walking the streets with me. You don't have to worry about being robbed, harassed. You might fucking have a problem of being a fucking PIC, a partner in crime, or an accessory to a crime, but you'll never be a victim of a crime walking with me. No. You're thinking of your bankruptcy. If you don't pay your bills for 7 years, you automatically default and go into bankruptcy, and then all your bills are cleared, right? 7 to 10 years, give or take. But when you have a criminal record, it sticks with you. And if you have warrants located maybe somewhere out in another part of the country or whatnot, then they'll never go away. Lisa, I'm a former criminal. I spent my life hustling these streets, selling, surviving, doing everything that I have to do in order to survive. Now, a lot of those things were deemed illegal. It's the only thing I know. And everything I know doesn't work well into a job. I could go sell weed, but due to my criminal background, they don't allow people that fucking like me to go into that business. You know? Which is kind of hypocritical. I made weed fucking selling fucking profitable and cool. And now a bunch of nerds are fucking selling weed and they don't even know what they're selling. Or the effects of it, you know. And I can't get into that business because I was such a good fucking dealer. You can if you stay out of trouble for fucking a certain amount of years, and then you can get a pardon. But I got warrants out for my arrest. I would love to be able to work alone. I'd like to be able to write my book. But I need somebody that's fucking English. So I can fucking translate, because I am gonna have to write a translating, you know, a section in the book to translate because of fucking my street lingual. I've been on these streets so long. So when I ask somebody, hey, do you got a fin? And they look at me weird. A fin is $5. A dime is $10. A yard, $100. A goof, when I'm referring to a goof, I'm referring to a child rapist. When I refer to a Skinner, I'm referring to a rapist. You know, there's a lot of translation between me and normal people that I got to do, which confuses and pisses me off all at the same time. Construction work. I don't have tools to do construction work, son. I had them, but then my buddy died. I got a hammer and I got a screwdriver, some screwdrivers and a wrench. Shut up. I'm back. Crazy dogs. I have warrants over my arrest. Because the warrant, okay, some years ago, I was sitting at home. I just got out of jail. Announced to me, Joan and her fucking adoptive daughter, Alexis, were drinking. I didn't know that. They ran out of booze at like fucking midnight. So they fucking, Joan, my adoptive mother, and my adoptive sister told 3 guys where I lived, and they came over, and my sister drove them to my house to rob me. So when that happened, they showed up my house fucking like 12:30, that type of fucking time. So they showed up, and then they fucking let me know if I could open the door. 3 guys fucking surrounding the door, trying to be all Justin Bieber fucking gangsters and shit like this, saying that they're gonna jack me up for fucking for $100. And then I listened to them. I laughed at them. They said, "What are you laughing at?" I opened the door more to my dog and to my sword. And I said, "If you don't get off my fucking property in like fucking 3 seconds, I'm gonna remove your motherfucking heads." I count fast. I dealt with them. After I finished dealing with them, they ran to the cops and made a fucking statement. Now, one of those people that made a statement was my dear old fucking adoptive sister. So they came and arrested me, charged me with all this shit. But they showed up at my door, threatened me, and all I did was defend myself, but I got arrested. So I said, fuck that. I jumped on a plane. I came back out to Alberta. And I started my fucking, I started the Alberta child abuse class action lawsuit, and I started the National Scoop lawsuit. I would like to go back there to clean up my warrants, but that's a lawsuit waiting to happen. That's why I cannot clean up my record unless I go back out to Ontario and fucking, no, they can't extradite you. They only can extradite you if it's federal. You can only be extradited on federal charges. The provincial can pay for fucking if they want. They can extradite you. If the province wants to waste that amount of money to fucking extradite you for fucking charges from one province to another, they can. But what entails fucking to do that, and why provinces don't do that, is because one, they have to fucking hire fucking 2 RCMPs to fucking go out from where your charges originally fucking stem from. They have to get 2 RCMPs from that area. They have to fly them out there to fucking pick your ass up, and then they have to fly you back out. So that's a lot of money for fucking a lot of fucking nothing. And if they started doing that, and then fucking, you know how much your fucking taxes would be? BC tried to do that. They tried to extradite fucking everybody from fucking warrants. Their fucking provincial fucking everything went up, and they stopped doing it because fucking the people fucking didn't. BC's fucking provincial taxes were fucking climbed. So that's why they only fucking extradite federal charges, bank robberies, fucking murderers, shit like that. Because of my criminal record, I can't work in a lot of places. Hence, that's why I came up with fucking Cola Construction. For people like me, ex-convicts that are trying to atone, trying to fucking make a change in their life, trying to be better, but it's fucking hard. That's why if you guys got family or whatever, I think you guys are blessed. I'm jealous of a lot of people that have big families, that fucking have those big loving families that I've only ever fucking experienced through TV. Because my family, Ed got you some hash, man. Who's Ed and where's the hash? I haven't had hash in a long time. It'd be great tonight because, like I said, Daredevil, Invincible, and the boys are on tonight. That's what I'll be up until fucking 3 o'clock in the morning, watching. Yes, deep down, I myself am a geek and a nerd. It was because of the geek and the nerdiness that made me a successful criminal, and that I fucking didn't waste my life, and I'm not rotting in jail, or I'm not dead, or fucking whatever else, or I'm not fucking walking the streets addicted. I would listen, I would love to do Cola Construction, but I would need some fucking solid people to fucking with me. Some solid, trustworthy person. I have an idea. I know how to get that idea, but I need the numbers. You know, when we were doing antisocial, we found a guy that used to be a project manager that we thought would work with me for this. But in order to bill, I need to know how to bill and I need to know the numbers. I'm a numbers kind of guy. I don't fucking, there's no ifs, ands, or buts. Numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers. I come from a drug dealing background. Numbers. Put numbers in front of me, tell me what I got to do, it'll get done. Isn't that the raises guy? Oh! I wasn't able to fucking. Thanks to fucking Constantine, at least I was able to get my fucking bills paid this month for my birthday. And for a birthday gift, I bought myself these. Well, the workers, you need to be able to have, you need to have a job in order to hire workers. You can't have, I can hire workers and then not have a job for them to go to, kind of thing. It's like fucking when I was selling drugs. I needed drugs to sell. I couldn't go off and tell people fucking, give me your money, and then when I go and buy the drugs, fucking, I'll go get them. And yes, that did happen, but they were scams. As a painter, yeah, no, thank you. It's because fucking my hair can look so good now in ponytails because of fucking you guys. I gotta get a haircut though. It's spring coming up. I'd like to get a haircut, but that's 50 fucking bucks I can't afford yet. 50, 60 bucks for fucking I can't afford. I don't know anybody that fucking cuts hair. Okie dokie. Now, normally I'd be opening another Coke. I'm allowed to make $1,000 without having to fucking tell Aish about it. Okay, that's done. Oh yeah, what am I doing here? I'm looking for... My secret weapon, so I don't drink so much Coke. Flavored sugar water. Well, I have to admit, this Kool-Aid's better than the old Kool-Aid. You know, you get the little package of Kool-Aid and you put it in for 2 liters, but then you had to put fucking 2 cups of fucking sugar in. But juice is even getting expensive. Like, I think these are $3 a pack. And I bought fucking 3 of them. Yeah, it is. I'm a big grape fan too. They didn't have grape fucking whatever. Grape and orange are my favorite, but this blue stuff, ice blue, raspberry lemonade, it's pretty fucking good. I like it. Now that could be because, yo, what's up, Manny Cruz? How are you doing, Manny Cruz? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just chit-chatting here about Kool-Aid. Yeah, but I've also been using these too. So thanks to Lisa and Constantine, I've been holding back my sugar. Los Angeles, California. We're in Edmonton, fucking Alberta there, Manny. Thanks to these fucking fruit cups, and I haven't had a fruit cup until up until Lisa and Constantine sent me these. I haven't eaten these since jail. But the sugar in them is helping me fucking knock fucking Jones for fucking Coke. See? I got 1 Coke left. But so like I said, I drastically cut my Coke intake down to just 2 bottles a day. So I take 1 in the morning, 1 later at night. And then in between, no, aspartame. Aspartame's bad for you. That fake sugar shit, it's fucking cancer fucking causing. I don't fucking touch that shit. And being hypoglycemic. That's the reason why I drink so much fucking. That's why I'm ingesting so much like these fruit cups. If I could afford it, I would be buying fruits and fucking juices and shit instead of Coke. But you can't. There's a lot of things that you have to fucking substitute for because you're poor and whatnot. Like I used to be able to eat vegetables before. I can't afford to buy vegetables now. I'm hypoglycemic. I'm the opposite of fucking diabetic. Diabetics can't have sugar. I need sugar in order to digest food and whatnot. But I'm also getting to that age I have to worry about my sugar intake because fucking sugar can fucking block off, cause a lot of issues. Like fucking most people my age would probably be fucking having would probably be a diabetic by now. At least have diabetes too. But like I said, I'm hypoglycemic. I need the sugar in order to function. Hypoglycemic sugar means that my body doesn't produce the natural sugars that fucking are supposed to produce. You know? And so your body fucking produces sugars in order for a lot of things to fucking work on your digestive fucking whatnot. I don't have those sugars, so I have to fucking put sugars in. Now, the best sugars are natural sugars from fruits, vegetables, juices, whatnot, but I can't afford to get them, right? So I have to incorporate a Coke into them because Coke is a lot cheaper to fucking for me to afford to 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 hold that fucking the sugar line. It's not good for me, but the which is worse for me is going into the sugar shocks and everything, the sugar comas and everything. So a long time ago, I learned fucking Coke will do it. Will do it. It's like a band-aid. It doesn't do it very good, and the side effects is it's Coke. You have the shit that's in fucking the Coke that you have to deal with, and then you have to deal with the you got to deal with the corrosiveness. You got to deal with it, whatever, and then you have to adjust your diet too because when you have Coke in your system, you can't eat a lot of things, or it gives you really bad acid gut. So if you'll see, I'll drink Coke, but I won't eat a lot of tomatoes or a lot of fucking fruits because citric acid and Coke will fucking eat a hole right through your stomach like fucking nothing. And I avoid that because fucking I can't afford to be buying Tums. So it's just a bunch of little things you got to take in into consideration, you know? A juicer, that would be cool, but once again, that's a lot of money for juice. For natural juice, you'd have to fucking spend. And that's just a scam because I'd rather eat oranges, the whole oranges, and not just the juice of it. I'd rather get my money's worth when I fucking buy fucking my fruits. I wouldn't want to just put it through a juicer kind of thing, you know? But I'm poor, so I find juicers would be like a waste. You're taking what 3/4 of the fruit and chucking it away after you fucking take all the juice out of it. That doesn't to me doesn't sound very productive. I don't know who they are. Shut up, Lando. I personally couldn't see using a juicer. Like I said, you're taking to make orange juice. How many oranges are you having to fucking chuck before you actually get a cup of orange juice? Hypoglycemia. Hypoglycemia is hypoglycemia. I've never heard of a cure for hypoglycemia. But then again, I haven't been to fucking, I don't go to doctors. So I was told as a kid, fucking when I was young, that I had it. And I've just dealt with it. Who the fuck's at my door now? Get! Go lay down. You know it's important when Leia's fucking barking. Okay, get. Get in the back. Let me see. How about buying sugar cubes? Those are probably cheap. I lived on sugar for fucking a couple of years. Sugar is fucking probably worse than fucking Coke. Straight up sugar. No. Now go lie down. Actually, go. Patty's got to go pee. Come on. Leia, come. Go lie down. Get. Dilutes it too much. Tasteless? Huh? I do that for like when I do run out of Coke and about to go into a sugar shock. I do have an extra bag of fucking, I have an emergency bag of sugar. Just for that reason. It's too expensive to drink or eat healthy. Ever since it was co-opted by corporations now. Corey, 4152, what's up, buddy? Patty, let's go. Did you go pee-pee? Okay, come on. Good girl. We'll get you out later. Come on. Come on. Good girl. It's crazy that fruit costs more than a chocolate bar. It is. That's fucking. When I was poor, when I was homeless, I've always been poor. You find out real quick that fucking junk food will fucking keep you alive longer than fucking healthy food will. Like when I used to be fucking when I was homeless, the Herb Jamison, the Shepherds of Good Hope, the Salvation Army, all those places that help out homeless people, they give you fucking day old donuts like fucking like they're nothing. So you end up eating a lot of like a day old donuts. The sandwiches you get are usually just a thing of ham or a thing of cheese with mustard on it. And the worst thing that is there's a lot of foods I don't eat, and I'm allergic to onions. And when you go to a soup line, that's all they have in it. They just put everything. It's like a goulash, you know. So everything they fucking serve has onions in it. That's the thing. When you're poor, you gotta fucking weigh your fucking options down. Do you want a full stomach so you can fucking get out there, or fucking, you know? I didn't start eating until I was adopted. Yeah, that's fucking baloney. Fucking, I used to live off fucking baloney, fried baloney, fucking baloney sandwiches. Fuck, can't even do that now. What else can't you eat? You see, I wasn't introduced to a food until I was adopted by the fucking Horde clan. And how they remembered that and how they told me that is when they adopted me, they walked me around Calgary. And during this walk, I guess we went into a McDonald's or something like that. They bought everybody hamburgers and everything. And I just looked at it like, what am I supposed to do with it? Um, there was that instance. And then fucking after that, we were walking around. They said there was something was going on in Calgary in that fucking summer anyway. They went and fucking visited. They bought me an ice cream and I just let it melt because I didn't know what ice cream was. So they had to introduce me to food. And I was at what? I was adopted when I was 5. And I was fucking in the foster home until when I was 3.5 months old when they grabbed me. So that's I missed I guess there's a time where you're supposed to introduce babies to food. They didn't, I wasn't introduced to that. I also didn't have any of my immunization shots. So when they walked me around and they found out I didn't know what food was, they also found out I didn't have any immunization shots because I almost died. So they couldn't start fucking, they couldn't, this is what fucked up. They couldn't introduce me to food because fucking the next day when they got me back to Cold Lake, CFB Cold Lake, I was fucking deathly sick. They took me to the hospital. They said, fucking, this kid's never had any immunization shots. He's got all this fucking shit. We don't even know if the kid's gonna live for fucking, if this kid's gonna survive another week. But while fucking we do that, you cannot feed him anything solid. So the only thing I fucking could have for that fucking period of time, because they found out I didn't know what food was and I didn't have my shots, all I could do was drink liquids. So they introduced me to fucking flat ginger ale, Canada Dry. And fucking while I was drinking my flat Canada Dry, I was watching everybody fucking eat this food. So I'm lactose intolerant. But I still I do go on milk, but it costs me a lot. Like it'll fucking, if I have too much milk, I'll feel it. Typically, I can eat half a box of cereal, but I don't drink the milk. I give the milk to the dogs. I can eat a fucking medium pizza. I can have a poutine, but I have to hold my intake of milk or dairy products, even chocolate. I rarely eat chocolate because fucking it's got dairy, but I have to fucking watch my dairy intake weekly. So fucking every second to third day, I can have something dairy in it where it doesn't fucking fuck up my fucking doesn't fuck up my digestive or my stomach. Captain Crunch Dry is the best. So was Shreddies. I'll never turn down a box of Shreddies. I could eat Shreddies. I just ate 2 boxes of fucking Fruit Loops dry. I enjoyed that, but Shreddies. I'll eat Shreddies with milk, without milk, fuck, it doesn't matter. I'll eat that shit, fuck, it's like my crack. If I have 10 bucks, if I have 10 bucks and I'm walking by a store and fucking they say Shreddies on sale for 4 bucks, I'll only have 6 bucks. Same thing with Raisin Bran. I love Raisin Bran, but that shit's fucking expensive as fuck nowadays. Like fuck, when I was a drug dealer, when I was I'm fucking, I gotta start fucking really fucking down for that for like the next couple of months. I gotta look for that. I gotta be out of here by October. So I want to start looking like once I get this paperwork filled out for this month, get this shit done. I'm trying to get my fucking system back into a routine. So I got to start getting up at fucking 9 earlier, getting my fucking green tea, and I got to stick onto that routine. And once I get onto that routine, I'm hopefully gonna start fucking feeling better, and I can start getting out and getting shit done, kind of thing, and getting the fucking apartment hunting looking. But the problem with the apartment hunting is bus fare. You know, getting out, busing, whatnot, and then there's the fact I don't like being out in public, so I got to work on that too. That's the biggest issue, but I need extra eyes and some help from fucking. I gotta find a better place than this fucking place because yeah, it's too expensive. I don't know how I'm gonna do it too because due to the fact that fucking with fucking Ace going down to 1,500 and whatnot. What am I gonna be able to find? So a lot of things got to break. I need some good luck. Um, if I had a fucking family member that would co-sign, that would probably help out too, but I don't. Or if I had a lot of money. Other than that, I gotta find. My luck is I gotta find a private fucking renter. Yeah, I've got those listings. I've looked at them. I phoned a couple of them. They were already fucking. There was one there that the guy was 1,500 a month, but the house was up for sale. My idea was to contact him and say, "Listen, I'll rent, but I'd also be interested in fucking buying the house." And then fucking at least then I have a goal to come up with. I need a goal or something in order to make this money. Um, with my age coming up, my age and my body and everything and health, it's not going to be a very good senior fucking for me. So I need to find a secure fucking living situation because the way I'm looking at it is, and I don't want to fucking sound entitled or to be an asshole or anything. I came into this world fucking through hell. I lived this world through hell. I lived this world alone. I made some bad choices alone. I'm trying to make up and atone for my bad choices alone. I'm trying to be a better person alone. I'm doing all this alone. I don't want to spend the last little bit of my life just surviving like I've been doing my whole entire life. And I think fucking it's not like I'm a bad person. It's not like fucking I could have been a lot worse person for the money, for fucking whatever I needed, but I didn't. I could have been a lot worse person if I didn't acknowledge my past. And by that I'm saying that fucking there's a good percentage of people that have been abused, child abused, and went through domestic abuse and being abused that turn into abusers themselves. I don't want that. And that's why I chose to be alone. That's why I chose not to have fucking children and whatnot. It was more of a until I could love myself or like myself, why would I want to go out and be like everybody else and pretend and then fucking, you know? So that was my hardest decision that I made was okay, I'm gonna be alone until I could do all of this and whatnot. Um, a lot of people don't admit to their mistakes, kind of ignore it, and then fucking later in life fucking end up fucking, you know. I don't want to be that fucking statistic. I don't want to have to fucking share what I went through with a child or curse them with this curse that I was cursed with by the Horde family. You know, I never asked to be fucking adopted by a fucking racist, fucking child beating, woman beating piece of shit named fucking Roy Horde or by fucking his shitty fucking low life wife, Joan. But I was put into that situation. I had to deal with that situation and I dealt with that situation. I didn't have the best role models to show me how to be a better person. They showed me how to be a shitty person. And then fucking, you know, people judged me by the way I look and by the fucking what was going on and everything. And instead of being a better person, I decided to be just as bad as they are and say that fucking you want somebody bad, I'll give you bad. And that was my mistake. And that's where a lot of kids fucking I'd like to talk to. And that's what I'd like to show is that the hardest path in life is probably the better ones off when the way we are. You know, it's easy to jump into the criminal life and fucking whatnot and get away from the abuse and fucking whatnot. But man, that shit's gonna catch up to you one way or another. And a lot of when it does catch up to you, it doesn't pick the time or place. It picks fucking, you know, it happens. And it's usually not on the best terms. So when your shit's going down, then fucking this shit gets piled on top of that. Then that's when people end up making the worst mistakes they do in life. So I could have fucking been to jail. When I was in jail, I learned a couple of fucking things. One, I don't want to be in fucking jail. Two, I don't make any money in jail. Three, I don't like the people in jail. Simple as that. You know, as a criminal and a drug dealer, you have to expect to go to jail. It's part of life. I was starting to realize that part of life was getting too comfortable. So I made a choice, 28, 30 years ago, to be alone and to do everything not fucking whatever. So I walked away from drug dealing. I walked away from crime. I walked away from it without it telling anybody. It was it. Just stopped doing it. Have I reaped any benefits? Life has been a lot harder now that I don't have any family. I walked away from that adoptive family too. I was sick of their bullshit. So, you know, I'm the bad guy in their lives and everything. Anything went wrong, fucking, they phoned me to fix it. But then fucking anything went right, they'd fucking not phone me, or I would get blamed, or they would go and talk shit, or fucking like the night they went, like I was talking about, where they fucking actually had 3 people come and try to fucking rob me, and they drove them right to my fucking front door. Yeah. My own adopted mother and my adopted sister tried to have me robbed. And they fully knew what was going to happen to those 3 fucking little fucking Justin Bieber wannabe gangsters. Like, they didn't fucking warn them. They didn't say, hey, they didn't say, oh, by the way, my son happens to be a fucking well-known criminal that doesn't fuck around and doesn't really give a shit. And you're going to go to them and you're going to fucking serve yourself on a silver platter and let him beat the fuck out of you. Because that's what he's going to do. And he's not going to think. You're not going to know it. So when I started the class action lawsuit, when I helped start the class action lawsuit with the fucking Gateway Boulevard lawyers there, and we started the class action lawsuit, the Alberta Child Abuse Class Action Lawsuit. I had to get the information. I had to get some information from Joan, my adoptive mother. And so I got her drunk. Yep. I got charges for that. I'm wanted as we speak right now. There's warrants out for my arrest for that shit because fucking the town I was living in that happened was extremely biased. The judge was a fucking drunk. He sentenced me. Okay, so I wasn't the fucking, I can't say I was not guilty, but I didn't do fucking, I didn't do anything. And that that could have been a more of an issue than me doing something. So what happened was I got sentenced to 90 days because fucking I was out with this dude. I thought he was a friend. He turned out to be fucking he needed meds. The guy turned out crazy. But anyway, we were out driving. He's driving around and he sees this dude walking the street in the bar and he fucking jumps out of his truck and he runs over there and just starts freaking out on the motherfucker, right? Blah, blah, blah. And he starts fucking threatening him and fucking whatever. I'm sitting in the fucking truck and fucking wondering what the fuck is going on here kind of thing. Cause I just fucking smoked a joint, man. I was chill. I was grooving to the tunes, man. Fuck all of a sudden we're in the middle of the street. The truck's not moving. The guy's in the middle of the guy's fucking bolts out of his own truck, fucking starts freaking out on this dude on the fucking street. I get out, go over there, find out what the fuck's going on, say, hey dude, just let's not do this kind of shit, man. I just got out of fucking jail. I'm out on a fucking OR. I don't need this bullshit. Give me a ride home, right? So he gets back in his truck. We drive around, and fucking all of a sudden he bolts off these side streets. And then next thing I know, he bolts out of his truck again and down this path. And I'm fucking, oh my God, what the fuck's going on? So I run down the fucking path, and there he is. He found this kid again, and he jumped him. And fucking, I come fucking walking down the path, and he's fucking fucking this kid, man. Fucking, he's fucking slapping him around and he's doing this shit and everything. So I pulled him off him. I pulled the kid up. I said, listen, I don't know what the fuck, but you're getting me the fuck home or I'm going to beat the shit out of you in front of him. And I'm fucking going to hold him and let this fucking kid beat the shit out of you. You go home. Just fucking go home. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I just want to go home. Fuck whatever. So I dragged the guy back to his truck. Got him to drive me home, fucking whatnot. I guess the kid went off and phoned the cops and said that fucking he got jumped and fucking all this shit and everything. And then my name got pulled into it and fucking it turned into a fucking cluster fucking whatever. So they arrested, before they grabbed me, they grabbed the other dude, right? The fucking weirdo, the guy that I thought was fucking whatever. He went off and spewed this fucking shit and fucking whatever. And then they came and got me and they grabbed me. And then fucking, I'm waiting to get fucking bail. And sure enough, they grabbed him again because this motherfucker ended up getting naked and fighting a bunch of cops. Fucking, I don't know what the fuck happened, but he ended up back in jail and fucking whatever. And he wasn't on his meds. I didn't know he needed meds. The guy fucking, anyway, I got dragged into this mess and fucking, I ended up doing fucking 90 days for it because the judge fucking, the two fucking guys were white, Caucasians. So the offender was fucking, the crazy dude was Caucasian, but he had a family that loved him and they were fucking known in this town. And then the other dude was a Caucasian dude and he had a fucking family too that were well known also. So they needed somebody to fucking blame. Hence the fucking Indian. So the Indian took fucking a 90-day bit for fucking doing nothing. I didn't even hit the guy. If not, fucking, I pulled fucking numb nuts off the guy that was getting beat, and I got 90 days for that shit. I hated that fucktown. But yeah, I just got out for bail for that, and then that's when this shit happened with Joan. And she knew I just got out of jail. They were drinking. She knew I had money because fucking, she just knew I had money. So they were drinking. They got out of booze, and that's when they sent the 3 fucking Justin Bieber gangsters over to my house. 3. I just did a 90-day bit. I was just fucking waiting for bail because of fucking all this bullshit. And then she sends 3 Justin Bieber fucking wannabe gangsters to my door to get their fucking lights punched out because they wanted to drink more. But nothing was said about the fact they were drinking and driving. They drank and drove to my fucking house and tried to pull this shit. So when they picked themselves up and drank and drove to the cop shop. or to the hospital or wherever they fucking end up giving the statements. So yeah, and my adoptive sister was in the fucking car and gave a statement also. So yeah. And then fucking once I found out through like fucking what happened was she ended up being homeless here in Edmonton. She came up back to fucking she ended up coming out from fucking Ontario because she was fucking out there big time, and she didn't have me out there pulling her ass out of the fire anymore. So she ended up fucking crying to a couple of churches, and they paid her way from fucking to get out from Ontario to out to Alberta here. And then she didn't have a fucking place to live. She had two fucking kids. So I fucking let her stay with me. But I didn't let her boyfriend. I didn't like her boyfriend at the time. He was a real fucking clown. So fucking actually just down the street. Fucking I've been living in this area so long, but yeah. When we were doing antisocial limited, when we were shooting Antisocial Limited, she fucking came and stayed with me for fucking a month because she didn't have a place. She was staying at fucking some hotel, welfare hotel, when I ran into her. I said, fuck that. You can stay at my place and fucking find yourself a fucking place to fucking whatever. But your boyfriend can't come around kind of thing. And fucking, yeah. So I find out because at the time I was on Percocets, and she was stealing my Percocets to give to her fucking boyfriend. So when I confronted her about that, and fucking something come up, and she said, "Oh yeah, well, fucking, you remember that time about the robbery and everything? Joan was the one that fucking sent us there." So yeah, that's how I found out Joan fucking eventually that it was Joan and fucking numbnuts that were fucking there to set me up. I've tried to help that kid out so fucking much. Now I found out she got charged for stealing a bunch of guns and whatnot. So, you know, I warned her about hanging around fucking Joan and the fucking damage that fucking that lady can do to a person, and how she'll drag fucking people down with her. And just like her mother, she's no better. And I feel bad for her kids. I'd love to be able to help her kids out, but you know, I walked away from that family for a fucking reason. For a couple of reasons. The only reason I stayed around as long as I did is because when I came out here, I found out Joan was seeing another dude. That dude was charged for touching his own daughter. So the only reason my adoptive sister is in this situation is because somebody adopted out somebody else like a soap opera in order to keep somebody around. And me seeing that and seeing how it was working out wasn't going to allow that to happen. So I had to stick around and watch over and make sure that nothing happened. And I did for many, many years. I watched over that kid. Many a years that costed me my own, but the thanks I get for it. Well, I don't think working on myself nowadays is fucking gonna happen, because now I'm back to just surviving. Oh, 30 fucking years. But don't get me wrong or don't get it twisted. I'm thankful for the people that I've met and the people that have helped me out along the ways, namely Steve. This, I, Steve was one of the first people that gave me the time of day and actually seen me for who I was and didn't judge me for fucking looking the way I was and never used me as other people have. Um, I'm not a very trustworthy person, so when somebody asks me favor, I'm always looking for the hook. Like, okay, you want me to do something for you, but what's it gonna cost me in the long run? Steve never fucking did that situation to me. You know, he never put me in a situation where I would, and I never thought of him in that situation. And he's the one that showed me that there are good people out there. Unfortunately, I was raised by bad people, and then I made the mistake of myself being a bad person and then fucking going into a bad life, aka crime and whatnot. So yeah. So Steve gave me 6 years out of a life that was fucking out of hatred and anger and everything. Steve, Barb, gave me 6 years, which passed when he passed, of what I thought family, friends, and peace and quiet was. And that's why I'd like to do a Steve's End, because it's not right that loneliness takes away good people like Steve that end up passing away alone, you know? So that's why, that's one of the things I'd like to do if I ever got the money to open up an organization or a charity. It would be Steve's End, and it would be to help out people with loneliness. So they didn't end up like good people like Steve don't deserve to end up like fucking dying alone in their house and then fucking, you know. And I know how loneliness eats away at people. When you're alone, you don't want to bother people because fucking, you know, you're ashamed, you're embarrassed, you're alone. And it catches up to you. It's fucking, it's just something that fucking, it eats at you slowly and it just devours you. And then soon enough, you don't, you know, Steve has a great family. But when loneliness kicks in, you don't want to bother your family with fucking this because you see them, they're living and everything, and you don't want to fucking burden them with fucking, you know, something that you're fucking shameful, that you're ashamed of, that you're embarrassed of. So you keep that loneliness to yourself, and it does more and more damage where you pull away from your family and whatnot. And then soon enough, you're stuck hanging around with somebody like me, you know? So should people like good people like Steve that have fucking, you know, that loneliness eats at them and then push them into fucking somebody like me? So that's what Steve's End would be about. It'd be about fucking helping out lonely people to come around to do their fucking, just to be around them, to know that fucking whatever. I would also fucking make Steve's End a bit of a pet sanctuary. That's why I prefer to have like a farm out. And because there's a lot of seniors that are in those seniors home that are alone and everything. So my idea would be to bring animals into them, let them hang around for like fucking a few hours in the day kind of thing, and let them walk it around and making sure that um, they could spend some time with those animals and whatnot, and then take the animals back and fucking, you know, just to know that they have somebody, something, or somebody there for them, because it was Padawan that was there for Steve when he passed. And that's the one good thing that I'm happy about, that fucking Steve had somebody that fucking loved him to the end, that loved fucking him more than life itself. Yeah, problem is criminal record. So anything I do is always second guess, because it's always okay, this guy's a criminal and everything. And this is the hypocrisy of it, because they always slam me. Oh, this guy's got like a grade A education. He's stupid. He's just a stupid criminal. But yet, I'm treated, the courts. Oh, fucking, I've been called. Um, they wanted to classify me a criminal mastermind because I can fucking. I guess because I'm. I don't know. I never understood why the judge wanted to do that, but yeah. My thing was to get money in order to set these things up, so I wouldn't have to deal with fucking, I could bypass the whole criminal record. When you have money, people would then look at me different, right? So my whole thing was, okay, well, back in 2018, I got the copyrights because I had two ideas to write a book, two books. That was what I was going to start writing. But then also in 2018, the Edmonton cops decided, you know what? We're gonna start targeting you and fucking hey, we're gonna start harassing you and reminding you who you are. And that's when all this bullshit with lawsuits and criminal fucking falsely criminal charges fucking started. To bypass the court. What, to start the charity? It's not would only be about money. I would also need to, well, the money would help, would be a big fucking helping. But it would also be having somebody that I could trust that would also be able to fucking, that people can look to. So I would fucking, like, I would have 51% and this other person would need 49%, like a partner or whatever. And they would have to be like the face kind of thing, like my buffer, to put it to you that way. So I would need somebody to be my buffer. So somebody, I would tell them and then they would go off and do it because of my vocabulary and everything, and a partner. Yeah, exactly. So I'm not a people, as a drug dealer, I only dealt with so many certain people. So I only had to deal with one person, right? So I only had to deal with a couple of people. I've always put buffers in between me and other people I could trust, or people that fucking I could pay to trust anyway. So me being a criminal, I put a buffer in between me and my dealer, the guy that I would get fucking the drugs from. Because if I got arrested, I didn't know who the guy was, so I didn't have to worry about fucking giving up my dealer. And my dealer, the guy I was getting it off of, whoever they may be, or who they were be, or what they were, didn't have to worry about me fucking giving them up, right? And it would be the same thing when I would be selling drugs. So instead of me, yes, I did stand out on the street and sell them myself because I make more money if I sold them myself. But I got too much drugs. I had too much drugs and not enough me's to sell. So I had to start fucking giving to fucking runners. So I would give to one dude and he would supply my runners through his way. So if any of those runners got busted, They didn't know I was giving their drugs. And to even back that fucking situation up, I used to go buy my own drugs off those runners. So, I was my own customer to my own runners, but they didn't know it was my own drugs I was giving it to them. So, my runners didn't know who I was. I didn't know who my dealer was. So, that was to make sure that at any given time, because if you don't calculate that you're going to get arrested in, and if a lot of these fucking retarded kids nowadays, oh, I'm never going to get arrested for selling crack or selling dope or fucking whatever, and then they go to jail and they fucking end up ratting people out because fucking whatever. I came in knowing this business that I'm going to go to jail regardless. I'm going to see the inside of a jail, so I prepared for that. And one of the ways I prepared for it was doing it this way, selling drugs this way. So at any given time, nobody can accuse me of snitching out to anybody. And I didn't have to deal with the drama about fucking all the streets and everything. I only had to deal about myself and fucking whatever. The one problem about this is when the early 90s came and gangster rap came out, then everybody wanted to be a gangster and fucking gangs and everything. So I had to deal with a bunch of fucking kids from fucking Sherwood Park coming in and trying to be gangsters, little popcorn pimps and shit like that. And fucking, yeah. So everybody and their kid wanted to be a little popcorn Justin Bieber gangster. And that's when fucking shit started really fucking up on the streets, because then you had all these fucking kids running around thinking they're gangsters and fucking this and that and whatnot. Not knowing that the little fucking gangster heroes are snitches. Ice-T, that motherfucker, what does he do now? He plays a cop his whole entire life. And have you ever heard fucking about him? Little Ice-T goes, all my fucking buddies, they're all in jail and shit now. The only one that was smart about it was that Dr. Dre, but he fucking, I got to give kudos to him. And now what? That Snoop Dogg, he's a sellout to Trump. That's real gangster. But yeah, I've never fucking liked fucking. I hate pimps. I've always hated pimps. I've always fucking. Pimps to me are like fucking. It's open hunting season for me and a pimp. Point me to a pimp and you show me a pimp and all I see is human garbage that needs to be taken out. I fucking never liked pimps. I fucking hated pimps. Fucking, there's nothing more in life that I hate than pimps. I come from the old school in jail. Like fucking pimps, fucking back in the day, pimps used to go to jail. They used to go right to PC. They used to go right with the fucking child diddlers and the rapists, man. That's where pimps fucking deserve to be, because they're no better than a fucking rapist, a skinner, and a goof. I fucking. Oh my fucking, oh my, I cannot tell you how much I hate fucking pimps. Oh fuck, I went AWOL from fucking jail, from juvie jail, Kikino, here at Edmonton when it was open just before it became EYOC. Oh, it's always even EYOC, but before fucking Kikino and the first EYOC was located up here at, Clairview. There's a fucking grocery store now there. It's Soapy's, I think it is. It's just Soapy's. It's a Soapy's grocery store now. But fucking, anyways, I was in there in Kikino and I met this girl. I fucking went through this story anyway. I met this girl. Fucking, we were out. Fucking Kikino took us out fucking to skating this place once. I met this girl and we started talking, and she was in a girls' halfway house kind of thing, because she got into some trouble. So she was in an all girls halfway house. These two fucking places end up going to the same place. We end up talking all the time. She ended up getting released. She gave me her fucking home phone number. We started talking for like months on end. And then one day, fucking her mom picked up and said her ex boyfriend was out of jail and fucking shit was going on. And fucking she was scared because the reason that she was in jail is because fucking she was forced to be a hoe by her ex boyfriend and she didn't rat him out, but fucking that's why she went into jail. But she was clean, she was getting away. Her ex boyfriend came out. The mother told me, yeah, I think she got him back out to pimping and everything and fucking whatever. So I was in jail. I was literally in Kikino jail, minimum security. But fucking when you get enrolled in Kikino, the first thing the warden tells you, if you're gonna go AWOL, just tell us and fucking walk out those fucking doors. Because we ain't gonna fucking run after you and chase after you and fucking whatnot. We'll just call the cops and fucking put you on AWOL. So if you gotta go AWOL, you gotta go. Now, the reason I was back in Kikino is because some shit happened and I ended up back in Kikino. So I didn't have my level where I could just fucking go out at fucking any time. I didn't have that security level, that trust level anymore. I was back down to the bottom because I fucked up, right? My own fucking choice, my own bad choice, mistakes. I deserve to be back at Kikino. That's another story, what I did to get back there. No, it isn't. It's quick. I was stupid. I made a wrong choice. Ended up back in Kikito. This all happened. I walked out to the ward and I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to leave. This girl that I know, told her name. I said, I told the mother, I said, you can phone and fucking confirm this if you want, but this is what's going to happen. I'm going to leave. I'm going to go and find this fucking girl and I'm going to send her fucking back home. You guys can call me AWOL because you guys whatever and whatnot. And he goes, why are you doing this? I said, because when I first walked in here and you have a little fucking group to all the new inmates coming in here, you tell them right off the bat that if you're going to go AWOL, come and tell you. Be a man and come and tell you to your face so you don't fucking whatever. I'm doing that. You told fucking this what's going to happen. I'm not going to fucking run away. I'm not doing this to fucking whatever. I'm doing this because somebody needs my help and I'm going to go and fucking do it. So the warden at the time said, well, why don't you call the cops? Why don't we get the cops in here involved in fucking whatever? And I told him straight out, I said, the cops are fucking worthless. They can't do and fucking find the person where I can do it. Are you sure you can do this? I said, fuck. Of course I can. You know who the fuck I am? Sure enough, he was good. He was good. He was solid. He goes, give me a minute. He went and phoned the girl's mother, got confirmation and everything from her. And he said, listen, fucking, I'm gonna let you go, but if you're not back here by 7 o'clock tonight, I'm gonna fucking call you and I'm gonna fucking call you AWOL. I got back at fucking 7:30. I had a little bit of a bruise because fucking I did find the brother to the boyfriend, the ex-boyfriend, and I found the cousin to the ex-boyfriend, and I put one of them in the hospital. And I shouldn't say what I did to the other individual, but the first one was stretchered out of the mall. That's why I was kicked out of Edmonton Center for 99 years. That's why I got a scar on my knuckle because fucking, yeah. But at 8 o'clock, fucking 8 o'clock, the mother phoned back to jail and said that her daughter was back home safe and sound. I wouldn't work for the cops to hunt down predators. I would go hunt them down myself and then the cops can come up and clean up. But I couldn't work with fucking a corrupt organization like the police are. You don't keep in contact with those low lives, do you? Which low lives? You have to be a little bit more specific. But if it helps you, there's a reason why I'm alone. I don't have any friends because all my friends used to be low lives. So, you know, that's the thing. That's why I'm alone. Because fucking all my friends were ex-criminals or criminals or whatnot. Like, fuck, I just found out recently that a friend of mine that was with me for like 15 years, I could fucking, I thought he was a roller fucking ride or die dude, but fucking I left. And after I left, his life fucked up hard. And I was trying to get him out here and whatnot. He went to jail for fucking, he was hanging around the wrong fucking individuals. He ended up doing fucking going to fucking the pen for fucking a bit. So once I heard he got out, I tried to get a contact with him to say, hey man, like, it ain't doing you no good fucking being there. Let's fucking come out here and fucking come out here kind of thing. And I heard reports he's back in the pen and he's back up for like fucking disturbing child charges. You can use your imagination to understand what I'm saying. So I didn't think fucking he would like anybody I would know would fucking go down that path kind of thing. But I don't know what the fuck happened, but he's up on these charges. He's doing time for these charges. I don't know what the fuck, but all I heard is he's up on these fucking charges, and I don't want anything to do with him because I was raised on these streets. I'm raised on these streets, and one of the fucking things that you're fucking told to when I was told to as a kid is child fucking diddlers, goofs, skitters. You fucking, it's attack on sight. You don't ask questions. There is no fucking, did they ask questions when they raped a kid? Did they fucking rape, like when they raped somebody or fucking diddled somebody? They didn't ask them for fucking permission. So it's on site. Yeah, but when you're fucking on the streets and you're on the streets and you're living the streets, man, you gotta fucking surround yourself with fucking some shitty fucking people because fucking it's not fucking Beaver Cleaver out there, man. You know? It's a do or die situation. When you're on those streets, it's a whole different world than fucking what you fucking, you know? It's hard to explain, but yeah, it's somebody like me's never fucking off the streets. Because when you start thinking that way, when shit goes bad in your life, those streets are always going to be there for you. Now, I'm not saying everything's shitty on the streets. You'll meet some of the fucking best people in the light in the world you'll ever meet. God bless Brenda. Brenda was a friend of my adoptive brothers. She was an addict too, but when I was fucking on the streets, she would always help me out. She would always make sure I was fucking fed. She would always fucking, She had her own things, she had her own problems, but she put them aside for that fucking little bit of time that she was around me to fucking make sure I was always good. So you'll always have the street in you. If you forget about your past, and then you forget about fucking what made you. You see all these fucking rappers that come from nothing, and then all of a sudden they become something, and then they start fucking forgetting that fucking where they come from, and then they end up right back up there, and then fucking right back down fucking square one, and then the next thing you hear about them is that they're dead. I don't want to forget fucking the shit that I've gone through. You know, I understand why I became a drug dealer was I say survival, but to be truth and told, it was a ploy for fucking revenge. All those kids that were bullying me in high school and everything, when I started noticing them that they were fucking buying weed and hash and everything, that's why I got into drug dealing. It was a point of power and revenge. Have to come to the guy that they were fucking bullying and fucking whatnot to buy their drugs. And then it just took a life of its own. Well, like I said, um, unlike other channels, I'm not an influencer. If not, I'm trying to tell fucking kids how and what not to be. And I'm not trying to tell them, I'm just trying to fucking make them aware of fucking their bad choices. Too many of these influencers nowadays are projecting a lie and pretending to be something they're not, and it's like holding a carrot in front of fucking an animal, like fucking always pulling away kind of thing. I'm not about that. You look around in the world, you look around in the world too much, and there's too many people telling you how to be, and not too many people. I grew up in the fact that um, stand up for yourself, stand up against bullies, stand up fucking for what's right. You're supposed to do all this shit where you fucking whatever. I think the worst thing in life was when that Michelle Obama said, fucking, when they go high, when they go low, we go high. I think that's bullshit, man. I think if somebody fucking goes low and punches you in the fucking in the balls or in the tit or something, you punch them right back in that fucking tit or balls or whatever they do. You don't fucking stand up and fucking whatever. Fuck that. Sometimes people got to get their hands dirty in order to fucking do the hardest thing, which is to make things right or to stand up for right. And I should know because I used to live off of people not being scared and fucking off of fear. Good. Now go take your mother out to fucking lunch and tell her how much you appreciate and love her there, Emontonia. And don't tell her. You don't tell her I'm gonna fucking do this for you. You just fucking do it. Get your mother. Look at everything that she does for you. Show the appreciation for her. And if you don't want to take her out and fucking whatever, go to her house and clean up after her. Clean her house for her. Go and cut her yard. I wish I had a good mother. I helped Saz. Well, I didn't help fucking. I didn't do a very good job with that fucking with him then. So don't tell people. Don't get that out. No. No insult to Saz, but I would want somebody more truer to their word. That's another thing I don't understand from a lot of people is that a lot of people don't see the blessings that they have. I had to grow up with fucking shitty people fucking trying to raise me, so I didn't have any real good role models to look up to. Hence, that's why I became such a successful criminal. Like I said, I didn't have anybody to look up until I met Steve. There you go. Well, I don't know what happiness is because happiness to me considers used to consider to be a successful crime, making fucking money and whatnot. So my everything for me is kind of backwards. So technically, I've lived a bubble life, but my bubble was full of fucking crime and stupidity and bad things. When I was a kid, I used to fucking watch a lot of different people, lot of other kids around their fucking families and whatnot, because it was something I just didn't understand. So I used to fucking, it was like studying fucking for science, you know? It was like a science exam. Study these people and like and whatnot. Families always fucking made me curious. The whole family dynamic of fucking loving each other and supporting each other. This is coming from a guy. This is coming from a guy that's fucking his own brother tried to pimp him. you know? So I didn't have the best experience with families and whatnot. I love people watching. Became very good at people watching when I became a drug dealer. You kind of have to watch the people in order to fucking catch the cops, the undercover cops. Which is another thing that I became fucking good at was fucking finding all the undercover cops. That and one of the funniest things is one of the funniest things. Okay, so I don't fucking work things like other people do. I've always thought out of the box kind of thing because I have no family, I have nothing, and fuck whatever. So I had to think out of the box. So one of the places I used to sell out of, um, I had these two friends that I used to sell to, two awesome stand-up kind of dudes, kind of thing. And I used to sell them hash all the time. Later found out they were security guards. I later found out that where they were securing and being paid to be security guards, they had a foot patrol office there. I later found out that during that foot patrol office, that undercover cops would meet there in order to fucking get their shit straight, and then they would walk out of that foot patrol office and then walk out onto the streets. So, what helped me out along the way is um, friends that were appreciative that I used to sell them drugs, pot. So when they informed me of that, of all the situations, I gave them cheaper prices. And they in turn told me the people that not to sell to. So that made my life real easy. And then during that situation, I also found out that those said undercover police officers had informants working for them. So I found the informants, and unlike other people where they beat the informant up and, ooh, you're a rat. My thing was, well, information is what power is. So I would have those informants tell me what they were informing on, which in the long run helped me along out to be more successful at making money. But those informants that those officers counted on, I counted on more because they kept those officers away from me. See, it's always thinking out of the box. Why should I go off and beat up a rat when I can use that said rat to fucking benefit my fucking in the long run? And that rat's money is just as good as anybody else's money. So that money and the information he gave me, I could look the other way. Yeah. So the cops always used to wonder why fucking when they were raging anything that fucking I never got fucking arrested for or I never had anything. It's because their own rats were ratting them out to me. And the only reason I went through all that is because back in grade three, I got kicked out of my fucking classroom. Back then, you had a homeroom class, so you stayed in that classroom all day while that one teacher taught you fucking whatever and fucking whatnot. So, um, this teacher didn't like me very much, and this teacher used to try to fucking not corporal punishment, but if you did something in class, he'd tell you to do like 20 push-ups or go stand in the corner or something like that. And I didn't play that shit. So fucking he knew I didn't play that shit. So he just kicked me out of his class like a month into the school year. He just kicked me out. So I was supposed to sit outside the hallway, outside his door, in a desk, out by his classroom the whole fucking year. So he would come out and give me the class assignments and he'd get mad at me because fucking me being me, he'd come out and give me an assignment in a book that fucking I'd have to do. And I wouldn't just do the assignment. I would just do the whole fucking book. So fucking I would sit there for hours instead of doing fucking lesson 1 and 2 and 5 or whatever. I just do fucking all the lessons and all the fucking books. So fucking needless to say, I did the whole school year in less than fucking in a lot less time than they anticipated into it. So they got mad at me because I didn't have anything to do. I would read and fucking whatnot. They'd give me the assignments. I already did the assignment. So they would just have me sitting out in the hallway all afternoon, all fucking day. So I used to go down to the library, which was a couple of doors down from the Mackenzie School. So I used to sneak down to the library and go grab a couple of books from there and read. I read the whole fucking library in that whole month. And a couple of things that fucking interest me was magicians and the concept of fucking making people see this hand while the other hand's doing whatever. And human biology. But yeah, I read my whole entire Mackenzie School, CFB Cold Lake, Mackenzie School, elementary school's library. I read every book that was in that library, I read because they kicked me out of homeroom. So I lose a lot of that fucking magicians, fucking whatever, to my to my criminal activities. So if cops only suspect you of being a nickel and dime dealer, then they're only gonna see you as a nickel and dime dealer. Perception. And then I just fucking on the streets you find out that information is key. If you know fucking who an undercover cop is, then you don't have to fucking then you can avoid them, right? So I just became easy at calculating people, and that's why good people confuse me. Because I know what a bad person's gonna do. I know what a bad person's gonna do before they even know what they're gonna do. And I can calculate them out to, I'd say, a 95% success rate of what they're gonna do. But good people, I don't understand. It's not so much about the AI. It's more about, like I said, I need to be able to contact people like you, Shakiro, make them people like you understand because like I said, a translator, a buffer. Like Greystoke, the movie Greystoke. Okay, Greystoke is a movie with Christopher Lambert, the original Highlander. Okay, so fucking it's basically they bring Tarzan from the jungle into into civilization. Encino Man. There's another one where they bring a caveman back into fucking reality or whatever. You've never Greystoke? That was a good movie. Yeah, Greystoke. Quick run up is they bring Tarzan from the jungle into civilization. Much of a lot of the things I have, it's much of an issue that I have. I'm antisocial personality disorder, along with psychopathic tendencies. So now that means people will hear the antisocial, they'll say, "Oh, you don't like people." Antisocial personality disorder has nothing to do with fucking people. I used to be a fucking drug dealer, so it's not about people. It's about social cues that I don't fucking see. And because I've come from a traumatic life, there's a lot of violent triggers that I don't see that a lot of people fucking do have. So, for instance, if we're walking down a fucking, I'm walking into a store and do, and I don't know. I see a dude smack his girlfriend or smack his kid. A lot of people in their head will sit there and say, "Oh, I got to do something. I got to call security or I got to do this or that." In my head, it's just go over there and beat the shit out of them. So there's a lot of social cues that fucking I understand that fucking that are normalized that normal people fucking have, but I don't have. And that's my reaction to violence because of my fucking traumatic past with all the violence incorporated into my life. I don't have any of those cues that I don't have that conscience that sits there and makes you secondhand. Oh, if I go and beat the shit out of this guy, what's gonna happen? There is no cue of that for me. It's just go and do it. You would think that, but normal people don't. It's like the thing with the pimp in the jail. Would have been better for me to go off and let the warden call the police and then the police get involved and everything like that. at the sacrifice that fucking then I would become a target because I'd be a rat and fucking shit like that. Sure, society would say that I should have just fucking told the fucking cops to help that girl. In my reality is I know I could have found the girl. I know what I had to do to get that girl. And the cops fucking wouldn't have cared and wouldn't have done why I eventually had to do in order to get that girl back home safe. See, nowadays, you see, I grew up in the fucking 70s and 80s after school specials where they said, stand up for yourselves. Stand up for yourself because nobody else is going to. Stand up against bullies. Now that you're taught to fucking go and snitch, go rat somebody out, go do this, go do that. Look the other way now. Don't get involved. That's what people do. I don't have that fucking whatever. I remember fucking popcorn pimps. I was having to deal with popcorn pimps at one of my locations here in Edmonton when I was younger. About the same time, I was talking about that girl and everything after I got out of jail and I was getting back into my business and everything. And I was dealing with these popcorn pimps and these popcorn Justin Bieber gangsters. Me and a friend were sitting there talking and we just dealt with one of these fucking popcorn Justin Bieber gangsters kind of girl things. And this kid come up. Well, I shouldn't say kid. She was about 14, 15, but at that time I was fucking about fucking 18, 19. So anyway, this kid come up to me and she told me, she thanked us for beating the shit out of the fucking, the piece of shit fucking gangster fucking whatever. And I was kind of surprised about that. I said, number one, why are you talking to me? And number two, why the fuck are you coming up and fucking thanking me for beating this motherfucker's ass? You fucking piece of shit. Why are you fucking thanking me for this shit? Then she got into, what's up, Samson? And then she told us that him and his little gang got her and a couple of friends fucking invited them over to a party. And they beat her up and her friend up and handcuffed her to a fucking railing and then ended up fucking graping them and then fucking having fucking a bunch of other dudes grape them. And then they were fucking, the dudes were paying these two fucks to grape them and whatever. So she told us this. So we went back out and found the guy that we just beat the shit out of, beat him up again, and then went and found a couple more of his friends that were in the mall and beat the shit out of them too. But that's life on the streets. That's what people don't see. It's dirty. It's disgusting. You have to be just as fucking bad as fucking whatever in order to survive those streets. And I survived them. I thrived in that fucking environment because I was antisocial, because fucking of my mental issues and my deficiencies. What the dude pepper spraying the dogs? I think a lot of I seen the pepper spraying the dogs, where But I seen that I can see on a lot of his videos, it seemed that he went out looking to pepper spray dogs, you know? And a lot of times it wasn't necessary to pepper spray them. But I agree. I agree. It doesn't hurt the dogs so much. It's not like fucking, you know. I would totally agree with people if they drove around, if they rode around their bikes and they had pepper spray for that cause. I would not have an issue. If my dogs chase somebody like that, fucking while they're walking, fucking riding their fucking bike on the street, fucking whatever, and fucking they went off, I wouldn't fucking. I'd be pissed, but I would understand why he did that. I'd be a lot more thankful that fucking, you know, he just pepper sprayed it. It's just water. It's not like it's gonna fucking unless they were like right close to the dog, like fucking shot the dog with pepper spray, like if they were, you know, I would have an issue, but I don't know why you fucking what in your head thinks, hey, this is what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say that this is gonna make me sound cool. That I'm gonna go and get a fucking rub and tug. Never been to a rub and tug. But then again, technically I've never been on a date either, so I've never been on a date. I've never been to a dance. I've never been to a fair. Well, I've been to a fair, but I've never been on the fair rides. And I've never learned how to drive legally. Well, I've never learned how to drive. Never ate, never in my life have ever eaten lobster or crab or um, anything sea fish. Never too late for what? Well, I don't care to learn how to drive because I can't afford to drive. And never too late to eat lobster, go on a date, or go on a ride. Ah, Yeah. The date the date would mean I'd have to go on fucking to have money to be able to take and have someone take out onto a date. So I couldn't do that. I don't have the money to eat a lobster. And same thing to go on a ride. I haven't set it up yet, so I don't know. Green garbage day tomorrow. I don't even know why I smoke fucking cigarettes anymore. I don't even smoke a full cigarette. Wet. Oh, fucking Tiger Bomb is my do all for everything. See, this is the Tiger Bomb. You got me. What is this? This is ultra strength Tiger Bomb. Thank you. The same thing I got here. THC cream. Oh, the stuff that Tam got me for this stuff. What are you doing? Hold on. No, I don't know where they got it. It was a gift. That hemp cream. Okay. What the fuck is going on with my fucking... Oh, a bunch of people joined. What are we doing? Do the legendary. Don't come for me, Lisa, or fucking Shane. Sauce, what have you? Yeah. I just got a quarter for 14 bucks, Chris, and it sucks. Can I take it back? Well, where's the hash? Get it over here. Tonight is fucking Daredevil, Invincible, them boys. Oops. There we go. Division 2. Oops. Pluto or TV, Tubi. I do have Pluto and I do have Tubi, but I don't really watch them. I stick to Amazon. Pluto and Tubi, they're free fucking sites for TV. Okay. No. Go figure. Well, then I've been catfished by this one individual that keeps changing his name, Sauce and Edmonton for life and Wow, that motherfucker did not want to die. So I've been hearing the funniest thing. The funniest thing I heard in the news lately is that the conservatives and all this fucking little Pierre Poilievre are bitching and whining because I guess the liberals got a fucking they got their majority they need because there's 3 by-elections and because of fucking um what little Pierre Poilievre and the conservatives and the rest of the political douchebags are saying is that all this backroom fucking bullshit is happening and it's wrong. But what they forget to mention is little PP is the only reason he is leader of the communist conservatives because he made a backroom deal. Well, I think that person should fucking ask the people before he switches, and I think the 2 parties that are looking to benefit should pay for the fucking for the by-election, you know, instead of the people. Like I think if somebody's gonna switch parties, he should go to the people and tell the people this is what I'm gonna do because of whatever, and let the people vote it and decide on it. And if they don't want him to fucking go, And then it's only fair that a by-election gets called, and that the political parties pay for them. Your vote doesn't count is because corporations and politicians don't want it to count anymore. Conservatives and liberals don't want the people to be voting anymore. They want corporations. They want fucking rich people only to vote. If I had the money, I would go and relocate to Manitoba just because of Rob Canoe. Never heard of him? Rob Canoe? He's the premier of Manitoba. Google him. He's done a lot of good. Premier of Manitoba. And Manitoba. Don't Google Manitoba. Repeat. Premier of Manitoba. Do not Google Manitoba. Manitoba's a whole clusterfuck that fucking originated because of fucking a fucking retard south of us. Manitoba's a fucking great fucking. I've never lived in Manitoba, only drove across it. But the things Rob Canoe is doing in Manitoba is a lot better than fucking what's going on around the world, you know? No, Jesse the Body. Okay, so Trump sent that ice fucking Minnesota, right? So Trump sent his ICE agents to fucking Minnesota. Then they were murdering. They were murdering fucking. They were murdering their shit. Gotta go kill that fucking drone. Fucking. They were killing a bunch of fucking residents of Minnesota there. So Jesse the Body Ventura fucking suggested that fucking Minnesota become part of Canada, hence Manitoba. So for a couple of fucking months there, everybody was saying Manitoba. I don't know if there's affordable housing in Manitoba, but the vibe would be a lot better. You don't have somebody like Daniel Smith in the United Communist Party fucking your lives up, trying to turn your fucking province into a state. Not trying to steal money from you like fucking the United Communist Party is doing the disabled people here in fucking Alberta. Next year in 2027 is the next fucking election date, October. No, I've been on here, fucking Edmonton. Just leave, or do you just leave everything until the last? I never leave. Sometimes you have to leave things to the last minute. But as I said, I'll be looking for a new place starting fucking here in April. If you send me a message to contact a place, I do phone. I'll probably phone when I get off doing this live and off when I stop gaming. I know it's April now. Sauce. I just spent the last week being sick. I'm having my system reset. It's not like it's a big fucking thing. I have to be out of here by October. So it's not on at my top of my list of having to get done. Is it a one bedroom? Is it a bachelor? That depends a lot. The location. One of the reasons I don't like living here is because it's so close to two main streets, and because fucking there's a lot of fucking traffic with fucking homeless and whatnot. He's never had to fucking write a lease or make a lease because his mom fucking bought him a house.
System approaching. System back online.
See, I get so jealous of Edmonton for life. He doesn't even realize what life is about because his mom takes such good care of him. He doesn't have to know about fucking leases and fucking the tough side of life.
Vital signs critical. Agent incapacitated. Agent down.
None. As I said, since they cut my rent down and I only get 17.5 now, 17.4, my rent is 15.70, and then I have to pay fucking renter's tenant insurance through Apollo Insurance, which is $28. So technically my rent's $1,600 a month. So I have $105 once my rent is paid. And that doesn't cover my cell phone, which is $46, my internet, which is $100, or dog food, which is $50 a month. And then that doesn't even include my TV for my Apollo, my
Serious trauma.
Amazon, Netflix, Crave subscriptions.
An agent needs assistance.
But I'll never fucking watch my shows, you know?
Agent down.
I'd like to watch my fucking Daredevil, my Them Boys, my Invincible. Having Netflix. Yeah, they are fucking luxuries. Having my Coke's a luxury too, but I can enjoy them as long as possible until I get rid of them. Who knows? Maybe I'll fucking be able to fucking write my book, get it out of me, and fucking I can go and get it published and make money that way. Maybe somehow, some way, my channel will blow up and fucking I'll become successful that way.
Serious trauma detected.
Who knows?
Agent killed. Agent down.
And you didn't fucking text message me the number. That's why what I just checked there, Sauce.
Agent down.
I don't know how to do that.
Vital signs critical.
Ah. Oh, fuck. Here we go with this gamer fucking dude about me again. Here comes the other split personality of fucking Sauce.
Immediate medical assistance needed. Agent incapacitated.
Okay, dudes. This gamer fucking name fucking clowns on and fucking I don't have the patience nor the fucking time to fucking deal with this fucking clown. That's the Manitoba Gold guy. Oh, is it? Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to call this now. I'm not fucking gonna deal with this gamer named Q90 fucking clown. So I'm gonna call it. I'll talk to you guys later.